Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we'll talk about BTC. We'll talk about BTC on a macro scale and on a lower degree also, and what type of price action we could anticipate over the next like a few days or even like a few weeks, right? Depending on the volatility and all that good stuff. So if you're new to our content, don't forget to hit the likes. Don't forget to join the public Telegram group, link in the description. You can also join the public Discord group, link in the description and all that good stuff, right? So now let's dive into the great stuff, right, regarding BTC and all that, you know, we could anticipate over the next like a few hours or a few days, right? So we're going to start off with the lower degree, right? So if you watch my previous analysis, what I was telling you guys regarding BTC on a 6 hour was like we most likely with a pretty we got pretty good chance, right, to see bears dragging the price back down to a support somewhere around like 58 to a 60k area. We just retested just about like a 60.5. Seems like bulls want to defend the 60k area and all that good stuff. And if that's the case, it could be a great range to accumulate right here, right? Just about like a 60k. However, bears still in control. If you take a look at the volume right here, it is not quite a lot on Gemini, right? But it could pick up, right? Overall, right? When we take a look at it on a 6 hour to a 8 hour basis, it is just a correction. We talked about it when BTC was right here. A few days ago, we said be ready, for this scenario for BTC to retest like the blue box right here, just like what we said when BTC was dumping right here. Okay, so we got to be able to define this type of correction. So sometimes you get a zigzag, sometimes you get a flat correction. What is a zigzag? It's like when price action pumps to the upside, right? Go to the moon, and we get another correction like that. Okay, something like that. We've seen this type of corrections, right, multiple times, right? A good example is right here. Okay, so the correction we got right there was a zigzag correction, right? Bang, bang, bang. Okay, you can see like multiple waves on the 8 hour, but if you just take a look at it on a daily basis, it looks clean. Okay, it looks it looks clean. If you take a look at it on a 2D basis, bang, you can see like it is a nice zigzag, right? If you go back and take a look at it right here, back in January when bears started to call for low prices and all that good stuff, what we said was like it is just a zigzag. It is a three-way move. Price action retesting the 2D 21 EMA. We're most likely doing what? We're most likely going to be bumping, right? And that's exactly what we did. And as you can see right here, when we dumped down to like a 39.5 after we got the breakout above the 2D 21 EMA, price action got followed by the MACD right here. What we said was like it's time to pack our bags. So overall, right, the only thing we can say right now, it is just a correction. Okay, I don't think the bear market is over yet. We're still above the weekly 21. We got to be able to anticipate this type of a correction and be able to digest it and let price action to cool off before the next like a big move to the upside, right? We already know our target to the upside if we break out above 69 and all that good stuff. We're still looking for the 1.27 to 1.41 extension. If we do a swing high, right, 65, give or take right there, swing low, there's territory right here, just about like a 29.8. 1.27 to 1.41 extension to the upside, going to take us all the way up to 91k, right? So the 81 to 91, it is still in play. Okay, it is still in play. And once we get a a clear directional move to the downside, we could invalidate it. But as of now, the directional move, it is still up. We can pump to like 100k and all that good stuff without correcting. As you can see right here at 30k, right, when BTC was at 30k, after we pump nearly from 30k all the way up to 50k, 80%, we corrected, right? Got a nice zigzag correction. And if we take a look at it right now, right, we pumped from like a 40k all the way up to 69, another 70%. So it is normal to get a correction. We can just pump like, 100%, 200%, 300% without getting any correction. After a 70% move, bang, nothing wrong to get a 10, 15, or even 20% correction. And the correction is nothing but a horizontal correction, meaning like a sideways correction. We talked about it like back in October 27th. We said BTC going to be in this range, right, of 67 to a 57 range, 58K, right, give or take within the next like a few weeks. I did not expect it to last this long, but the main thing is like, we're still correcting. I don't see a reversal sign yet till we get a clear directional move and all that good stuff, right? So now let's take a look at BTC on a weekly basis. So I'm still bullish on BTC. So when we take a look at BTC on a weekly basis, bears want to basically, reverse the price, right? What we said previously, when we take a look at BTC on a 7-day cycle, what we said was like, we just need to close above 63. Remember when price action was pumping, I was like, okay, it looks nice, right? Price action is above like a 65 and all that good stuff, but it doesn't have to be above like a 68, 69. We just need to close above 63, and we got the job done. So the way I'm looking at it right now on the weekly is like, bears just dragging the price down to retest the support right here. That's all I see right now on a 7-day cycle, right? If the move is aggressive, right, within the next like a few weeks, we could, dump down to the weekly 21, and we're still going to be like in a bull market. Remember, we can still be in a bull market as long as we're staying above the weekly 21. Okay, so we broke out above the weekly 21 back in July 16, guys. If you gotta remember right there, the week of July 23rd, that's when we started to be very bullish, like a July 22nd, something like that, right? And we're still bullish. So they're almost like 3 months, okay? Almost 3 months, we're still bullish on BTC till we get a clear directional move, right? So now let's take a look at BTC on the monthly. So when we take a look at BTC on a monthly, yes, we don't want to close this candle red. Okay, so I don't think like bears got enough chance to close the candle red. I'm not saying they won't, but I'm still going to stay bullish till the candle flips red and all that good stuff, right? Actually, all that bad stuff, right? Because if we close red right here, we might start like packing. We might start to pack our bags because all those moon boys and dumb boys going to be calling for low prices after that, right? So, but we will see. We got 2 weeks to go, so let's see if we can close this candle red. Okay, I don't think we will, right? I don't think we will. I'm still going to stay bullish till end of the month, right? Because we talked about the 50-day cycle, right? What we said right here, the 50-day cycle didn't quite close above 60K, but it got the job done. Okay, it got the job done by closing just above like a 58. So we're still bullish on the 50-day cycle, right? We're still bullish on the 50-day cycle. On a 3-week cycle, we're not looking that great, right? But we got plenty of we got plenty of time. Okay, we just opened this candle on the 12th, so we're gonna close the candle by end of the month, right? December 1st, right? Something like that. So we got plenty of time, right? We got plenty of time to basically flip back bullish, right? So still looking good overall, right? We got plenty of supports to the downside. We still not yet even close to the monthly 21 EMA. Monthly 21 EMA, it is somewhere around like a 35, 37. So we're still looking good overall, okay? We could get a short-term delay on the macro view, but as long as we stand above the monthly 21, weekly 21, we're still in a bull market. Okay? We're still in a bull market. Hey, what's up, Allison? Thanks a lot. Wonder Boy or Moon Boy? Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy. Yeah, Wonder Boy. Thanks a lot, man, for tuning in. Scott in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Hey, Scott. Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Pablo S Crypto in the house. Who me? Who you? Thanks a lot for tuning in. All right, so guys, I think we covered BTC from the lower degree all the way up to the macro view. I'm still bullish on the macro scale. I'm still bullish on the macro scale. So we will see, when we will get a valid pattern to start being bearish and calling for those doom boys prices, right? We got plenty of time, guys. We got plenty of time to call for those doom boys prices. We don't have to hit the top right there, right? We don't have to basically hit the bottom, okay? We just have to basically stay with the trend. And if you've been following some crypto, since like at least since like October 2020, we've been bullish on BTC. We've been bullish on BTC, okay? Because the macro view was telling us, suck it up, don't be bearish once we break out above 11.5, okay? So after that, we stayed bullish on BTC, and alt have been killing it. We talked about this alt since like October 2020, November 2020, and some of them they're still up like what, over 100x. So if you stay with the macro view, you most likely going to get those gains. If you want to stay with the shorter term view, you're going to be panicking once we dump like a 10%, 15%. We've seen these dumps like December 24th, okay, February 12th, okay. We've seen it like April 14th, May 17th, September 7th, right? Now we're getting another one. So it is nothing new, okay? It is nothing new. We've seen these, pullbacks multiple times. So we just have to structure our brains and be mentally ready for these short-term pullbacks, right? So I'm gonna take a look at the chat room. Hey, what's up, Peter in the house? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Ivan in the house. Ivan more in the house. Everything gonna be all right. Everything gonna be all right. Asking, hey Sam, what's good, man? Are we pumping or are we dumping? We're gonna moon, man. I think we're gonna moon, but we will see. Okay. Yeah, just about like what, October? Yeah, October 3rd, BTC was right around like a 52, right? So people wanted BTC to pump above 60K. Now they don't want it to drop below 60K. So we're looking good, man. We're looking good, guys. I think we're looking good on a macro view. But let's see. We got plenty of time to be bearish once we start to be bearish. You guys know, if you've been following me back in 2019, right after we hit 14K and all that good stuff, we started to call for those like low prices, and we hit all our targets all the way down to 3K, right? 4K actually, right? So I'm going to take a look at the chat room. If you guys have any questions, right? I'm going to take a look at alt. Wonder Boy in the house. If Wonder Boy is holding, I mean, I'm pretty sure I can hold. I'm just joking, Wonder Boy. XLM is looking juicy. Let's take a look at XLM. So XLM, let's take a look at it on 3 weeks. So XLM doesn't look bad, okay? We just need to break out above this resistance of 40 cents, right? So I think like the next alt to run up, XLM could definitely take care of business, because we got our next resistance all the way up to 70 cents, right? 79 cents actually, right? Which is our May highs right there. So doesn't look bad on a 3 weeks basis, right? Even on the 5D, right? We got a clean resistance when we take a look at it on the 5D, right? Right there. Okay. Pretty consistent, right? Very, very consistent right there. Okay. So you take a look at the white line right there. We can't get a clean close above it. All these price action just getting some wicks to the upside, right? So we just need a full body candle. If we can open and close above like 40 cents, bang, okay? it is going to be all yours, right? So support we to keep an eye on, it is going to be the trend line right there. It could retest the 30 cents area. We will see if bulls can show up. Okay, and this trend line got a nice history since like December 2020, right? So almost like almost over 11 months, right? Over 11 months, right? So looks good. Okay, looks good. If we can take out once again the September highs, bang, okay, it's all yours, man. CRO. Let's take a look at CRO. So if you've been following some crypto, guys, I told you about CRO. In our premium, we've been ready for CRO long time ago, guys. We don't basically buy when it breaks out, right? We usually buy before the breakout. If like we did have our CRO set up like back in May, guys. Take a look at it. So if you've just been patient, right there, now you collecting profits or just sitting tight, relaxing, and not even worrying about anything. Okay, so right there, it is up. It is up over 100%, and market is dumping, so it doesn't care about the market. So we're looking for the March 2019 highs all the way up to like a 3,000 sats. It's not going to get there in November. I don't think we're going to pump to 3,000 sats in November. But the most important was like to identify the correction right here, sideways correction. We said, okay, it is likely to pump to the upside. So we just have to suck it up for the next like a few weeks. I didn't expect it to be this long, right, to start breaking out in October. But as I said, the most important is like being able to identify the correction and understand the direction. Okay, correction, direction, right? Sideways correction, pump. Okay, so next resistance is going to be somewhere around like 1,000 sats. So it could double in USD if BTC doesn't, do anything crazy. Okay. Hey, what's up, 83 Madden? All right. So let's take a look at a CHR. CHR USDT. So CHR USDT it is a premium setup. We talked about this guy a long time ago before the breakout. The reason why I was bullish also on CHR is like we got a similar setup last year. I think last year. It was this year on IOST before the breakout. I think like to 15 cents. IOST gave us like a inverse head and shoulder before the breakout, right? And not just that, but if you take a look at CHR BTC, I showed you guys CHR BTC before the breakout. We did have, one of my favorite setup, which is what BTC is creating right now, double top, double bottom, breakout to the upside. Okay, we nailed it beautifully in our premium. Not just that, guys. CHR was one of our top pick. Okay, was one of our top picks this year. Okay, from the bottom when CHR was like 13 million market cap, guys. This guy is right now over 500 million market cap. Okay, so we pick this alt at the very bottom. Yes, we add on or we increase our position and all that good stuff in this range. But the most important was like we picked this guy at 13 million market cap, just like how we picked FTM at 30 million market cap, OEN 30 million market cap, FET 30 million market cap, right? So we're very consistent. We've been very consistent with these macro picks. Okay, picking these out from the bottom, like 500, okay, 200 on the coin market cap, right? Like a 300 on the coin market cap, and they all pump like above the, in the top 100 basically. Okay, FTM is right now in the top 50, right? So incredible, right? Hey, what's up, Crit? Thanks a lot for tuning in, Crit Moonboy. So the next one going to be Wax. I'm gonna show you another alt we discussed. I think we discussed it right here also, right? A couple of weeks ago. And Wax BTC. Wax BTC, guys, I showed you before the breakout. I told you guys it is a premium setup, so don't mess with it, guys. It is going to break out. It is just going to be a matter of time. We said accumulated right here, 400 sats, 500 sats. Back then Wax was let's take a look at it. I think 668. Everything written, guys. That's the type of setup you get with Send Crypto. Okay, especially when I give you too much details, right? It means like the sucker is ready. Boom. Okay, right here, Wax, guys, 668, right? We said don't buy the top, wait for the pullback down to the 400 to 500 sats. It dumped all the way down to like a 450, something like that. And we're looking for the 1800 to 2000, guys, right? Which is going to be a nice, nearly 300% move, guys, right? 300% move, right? You're not going to get these targets like in 1 week. So sometime you just have to suck it up. And another important thing was like the reason why I was bullish on it also, take a look at the double top, double bottom we got on our MACD. Actually on our RSI right there, right? I was like, sucker going to be what? Going to be breaking out, okay? And I never talk about Wax, okay? I never talk about Wax. Never talk about Wax, but the setup was calling for a breakout, so we just sucked it up, right? So now let's move on to LRC. LRC loopring, guys. I gave this setup to my premium like a while back, okay? When LRC was like, 600 million market cap, September 10th, right? We talk about it in our premium. What we were looking for, guys, is crazy. Go back and check the price of LRC back in September 10th. It was like under 40 cents, okay? And we were looking for, guys, take a look at it, up to 45. That's 100x target, guys. That's crazy, right? Crazy, okay? And we already got a nice 800% 10x move, guys, in 2 months. 2 months, right? So you got to be a macro trader to be able to see these moves, right? So we're still bullish on a, LRC, down to take profits. We already said it, take profits, $2 to 250 range. Let it cool off. It's gonna cool down before the next leg up, right? So the next one, it is going to be BAT. So BAT, I got the macro setup for BAT. So make sure to follow me on TradingView, because I think I sent the BAT macro setup, right? I sent the BAT macro setup, right? So BAT macro setup is calling for some crazy prices, right? So keep an eye on BAT. We got our macro support right here. Our next upside target going to be somewhere around like all the way up to $12, but we could get a temporary correction somewhere around like a $3 to $5 range. Actually, 4 to 5 for the Moon Boys, not 3 to 5. Okay? $45 for the Moon Boys, right? So keep an eye on BAT. It is a macro setup, not a short-term setup. So volume is picking up right here. So we could definitely get there before March 2020. I'm not trying to time the market, but I'm just taking the this time time whatever you want to call it, okay? So but we will see, okay? We will see if we can get there before March. So even we can pump above it and maybe correct down to it by March right here, right? But pretty much similar to LRC looping, okay? Pretty much similar to looping. So keep an eye on BAT with the big volume right here. So let me take a look at the chat rooms to see if you guys have any other questions. Sand dust. Let's take a look at sand. So sand is looking good. This guy. So sand is looking good, but I see a 5 wave already. Okay, we got 5 wave already. So we just don't know if the 5th wave right here is done based on the weekly basis. So it could still be moving sideways over the next like a few weeks. We're still above the weekly 21, so nothing crazy, right? If we take a look at it on the 3D, we're still above the 3D. However, we start to violate the 3D 21 right there. Start doing something like that, you better pack your bags. Okay, better pack your bags, knowing like we're most likely going to be pulling back down later. Okay, but as of now, I don't see anything bearish on sand. It is not a head and shoulder, but it looks good. Okay, inverse head and shoulder. If we want to extend the previous impulsive wave, right here, swing low, swing high, down to low, right there. 120 extension going to be all the way up to a 475. So you still got plenty of room to hit like a 475. Okay, so I'm gonna show you FTM, because FTM, guys, we were calling for those crazy prices, right? When FTM was like at 40 cents, we were calling for like a 3.7. Okay, not just that, but we were bullish on FTM back in like November 2020 when FTM was like penny and a half, right? But updated the USD target, up to like a $3.70 when FTM was at 40 cents. Everything is in our premium. Okay, I was like, buy range 30 to 40 cents. We're looking for like a 3.7 up to 3.7. So if you take a look at FTM, we got an extension of the previous move, 1.618 right here, right? So that's why we can't break it. So we got to be able to break the 1.618. Okay? It is actually the first wave, the extension of the first wave. Okay? And I showed you guys, I think I showed you on VET USDT, the extension 1.618 extension, right? We didn't quite hit it on our previous move, meaning like back in May, we did not hit 1.618. Just like, I just showed you FTM, right? Hit 1.618. And for VET, 1.618 going to be at 62. Okay. We just hit like a, 1.27 extension at 25 cents. So we most likely, if the bull market continues, right, we're most likely going to hit 62, right? And after that, we could start to look for, a dollar and all that good stuff. But we're looking good. And 62, it is like nearly 4x from here. So bet it is still pretty bullish. So we already talked about CRO, Greg, Crypto Greg. CRO, I'm bullish on CRO, man. If you if you're looking for the long term, CRO most likely going to be in the top 50 for the next like a bull markets, right? They got a product, so you can't beat them, right? ICP, let's go ahead and take a look at ICP. So ICP BTC need to get its act together, man, guy. So ICP is moving sideways. We could be moving sideways for the next like a few days or even few weeks, right? That's what I was afraid of. I said it when ICP was right there, I think like 120. I was like, okay, we can get the triple bottom. However, if we break out below the 80,000 sats, it might not look good. Okay, the best thing to do was to wait for potential 40 to 50% dump below it. Okay, so 40% dump below it will take us somewhere around like a 50,000, right? Versus BTC, right? And 50% dump will take us somewhere around like 45,000. Okay. So if that's the case, you want to wait. Okay, you want to wait for a clean bullish divergence on the 2D or up to 3D, or just wait for the retest of 40,000. I'm not saying it will, but it is a very good strategy. I've seen it multiple times, right? On gas, on Ethereum Classic, right? Ethereum Classic support was like, I think 25,000, but it dumped like crazily to the downside after that, right? But we will see. Okay, it is not showing us a reversal pattern. We shouldn't break below the support area 90,000. Okay, but we still got plenty of time because we haven't seen yet a parabolic move. So it means, like, time won't be in our favor. But once we get the reversal, bang, okay, it could go crazy, right? Just have to be patient now. Candra's another LCX Moonboy. AVAX. Let's take a look at AVAX. AVAX. The AVAX, it is a premium target also. I was bullish on this guy before the May dump somewhere around like a 23 to 25, but we dump all the way down to like a $13 right here, so which is now our macro support, and we were looking for like a 95 after that to 105. We already hit that 102. Okay, that's the type of setup you get with Sun Crypto, guys. You get these macro targets, bang, okay, bang, okay. Now 30 to 35, it is going to be our macro support, right, above the 10 to 13. Okay, 10 to 13. After that, we could be looking for the 85. Not sure if we're going to retest 30 to 35 anytime soon, unless we get a big capitulation to the downside and all that good stuff. Then we could even like be looking for low prices after that. But the main thing is, like, being able to stay with the macro view. Okay, that's the most important. So next upside target 185 to 205. Okay, within the next like a few weeks and so on. All right, AST. Let's take a look at AST. I'm liking the AST BTC chart. It is air swap. My concern with AST was, like, getting delisted, but I don't think it will get delisted, right? From Binance. Let's get a clean chart. Yeah, AST is still looking pretty good, right? It's still looking pretty good. It's breaking out get this guy out of the way. Yeah, it is still looking pretty good. You about to get wrecked. No, I'm just joking. Okay, you're about to get a big move, right? So macro consolidation started like May 2020, and now it is like almost December 2021. So like over nearly 18 months of consolidation. So it is about to make a move, okay? And if we're talking about like all season, so we could be saying, like, okay, if the BTC dominance going to be dumping, most likely the AST bulls going to take advantage of it, and they're going to buy everything to pump the price up, right? Pump the price up. And one-to-one extension of the consolidation area going to take us nearly all the way up to like a 15,000. Okay, 15,000. Right now we just bought like a 600 right there. And that's a 20x move, guys. And guess what, guys? That's going to take us all the way up to like a December 2020. December 2020, guys. December 2017. Right there. So that's a macro target. I don't have any short-term target, okay? The short-term targets could be, a short-term target could be somewhere around here if we retest the trend line support, which is going to be 400 sats, right? If and only if, right? If and only if. It looks good, man. I think it looks good. We're still below the August high, right? 2020. which is pretty important. If you're watching any alt and they below their August 2020 highs, you got to know they're going to pump at some point. Okay, so August 2020 is pretty important, right? ICP USD down too. I mean, it all depends what BTC going to be doing. If BTC going to be pumping 2-3x from here, right? And ICP only dumps like, let's say, 50% versus BTC, ICP USD most likely going to, I mean, not most likely, but will be going up, right? Hey, Satoshi, Enter Milan, Canada, Kashaki, Satoshi is here, man. Guys, if you want your alt to be pumped, make sure to be friend with Enter Milan, Canada. I'm just joking, but he's Satoshi, man. Best business, asking for LCX. Let's go ahead and take a look at LCX for Satoshi and Kendra's. I think we have a LCX Ether. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at LCX USD because I think I already got a setup for it. So LCX, yeah, it's still looking good. Okay. So support just about like 18 to 25 cents if we retest the weekly 21 EMA. Right. So RSI overextended, so we need RSI to cool off a bit. Okay, and gonna give us the next impulsive wave. If we are going to be in a bull market, it could hit like a $13 to $15 for a potential, bull market top, right? Yeah, so it's still looking pretty good. As long as we staying above the weekly 21, we good, okay? It is a big target right now, $13, $15, and sucker is right around like a 30 cents. We were bullish on it, like I think like right here, like for Satoshi, I think back in August, right? And it was like a 4 cents. It is already 10x, right? Litecoin to $1,000. I mean, that's possible. Go ahead and watch more Litecoin macro update. LTC USD. So LTC on a monthly basis, guys, please, when Litecoin dumps like 15%, don't go ahead and tell me Litecoin is dumping. On a monthly basis, it looks really good. Okay, it looks good. Okay, based on wave analysis, we got wave 5 to complete. Right, to the upside. Could go up. It could even go above like $1,000. Right. So that's a monthly chart, right? Not the weekly or the 3D. So it could take a while to get there. If we do a swing high down to swing low, 1.27 to 1.41, going to be, $800 to $1,200 on average. Bang, $1,000, right? But we got to get the breakout. Litecoin is, I think, like 14 billion, 15 billion, right? Something like that. 4x will take us right around like 80 billion. Okay, let's take a look at ADA for business, man. 88 monthly, not looking so juicy. Yeah, monthly doesn't look so juicy, but it was kind of overextended. We needed the monthly time frame to cool off. Take a look at it on the weekly. Doesn't look so good. So it doesn't look so good on the weekly. But let's see. Last time we flipped negative on the MACD. We managed to get a big pump, right? So we managed to get a big pump. So the other possibility is like a possible bull setup is like we could get a hidden bull divergence, right? Meaning like LTC, not LTC, but ADA could dump right here, right? And MACD gonna continue to dump right there and try to flip bullish. We're going to get this hidden bullish divergence while creating a high lows, right? Some high lows. You see what I'm saying? That's going to be a fantastic setup. I'm not saying we will, but if we do get something like that, bang, okay, you got to suck it up, okay. But let's see what we're gonna get, right? Okay, let's see what we're gonna get. I think paying attention to ADA BTC will be more beneficial because we traded ADA BTC on the way up, not ADA USD. So when we take a look at ADA BTC, it seems like we at 3,000 now. We at 3,000 support. That's why I don't like to trade these alt after they pump a lot. I just like hold them, right? If you take a look at ADA, we talk about it right there, like back in 2019. Buy some ADA right here. Okay, 2020, we said buy some ADA right here, right? So I can't just say, okay, go ahead and buy ADA right there, right? I could say hold it, not financial advice, but not like, start buying right there. Okay, you might be dollar cost averaging, meaning like you bought right here at, let's say, 600 sats, 400 sats, right? You took some profits right there, took some profits right there. So even if you buy now, your cost average is still going to be lower. Okay, meaning like you dollar cost averaging because you already took some profits. So if you buy again, you'd be buying more ADA. You see what I'm saying? With your profit, it is still dollar cost averaging, right? Your average will still cost lower. Your average will still be lower, right? So let's see. It is at 3,000. Give it like a few more days to see if we're going to hold the 3,000. If not, our next support going to be like 2,500 to 2,000. Okay. Once again, guys, I don't give like a setups, top formation setups. I like to give bottom formation setups because they safer. Okay. The only thing that you could suffer from is like time, like wait for like a few weeks or a few months before they break out. But if you buy the top, you're going to still be losing time because you're going to be waiting for it to. I'm not saying ADA will, but let's say we get a parabolic move to the downside, you're still going to be losing time, right? And then you're still going to wait for the 3D bull divergence and all that good stuff before the next parabolic move, something like that. I'm not saying ADA will, but I'm just giving you guys example, right? Nate in the house, thanks a lot for tuning in. Nate Goodwin. Okay, let's take a look at OMG. OMG just capitulated, but it is still above the weekly 21. Oh, it just dumped below the weekly 21. So AMG, broke the primary support, $11 to $12. Secondary support, it is at secondary support right now. So it is likely to find some support. $10. We got the 50 EMA on a weekly basis or 7-day cycle at $8. Okay, it is already nearly 50% down, so it means like it is a steal right now. Okay, 50% down in like 7 days. Got to suck it up. Okay. John Morgan, thanks a lot for tuning in. Let's take a look at DOT. So dot, it is still looking good, still above the weekly 21. If we take a look at it on a 3D basis, we right at the 3D basis. 2D basis, we also, looking to break out above it. But yeah, so we are support right here. We just don't want to create a, head and shoulder right there. So we just have to avoid creating a head and shoulder. If we get this move and that move, that could bring us back down. But overall, right, the trend, it is still up. On the weekly, we're still above the weekly 21. Okay, so we just have to avoid the negative crossover. But overall, it is still bullish. Okay. So once we get the clear reversal, we got 1.27 at 76 and 1.41 at 95. Okay, so average just about like a 88 to a 87 range once we get the breakout continuation, right? So you got support right there, just about like a 27 if the move is overextended to the downside. So we talk about LCX, DOT, OMG, Litecoin, the Moon, Dragon Chain, USD. Let's take a look at it. Take a look. Dragon Chain, it is still not moving as it's supposed to. But weekly doesn't look bad at all, okay? With the weekly correction on the R side right here, it doesn't look bad at all. I like the this setup right here, okay? Which is basically the same setup we got right here, okay? So we just move it to the right, right there, and you got the same setup. So a nice potential hidden bullish divergence, right? You got right there. If it plays out, these moves, they're going to break out. I mean, pretty fast. Okay, just like CHR, LRC, and all that good stuff. That region looks like 0.786 nearly, right? Right, almost like $1.60. It is right now at 15 cents. Okay, but we got 0.618 at 63. So just have to hold the line right there. And not financial advice, right? All right. Then we'll take a look at star L. Let's take star L for everything gonna be all right. Yeah, star L doesn't have enough history. It is just pumping. So I would just, not financial advice, just suck it up and wait for the 3D 21. So we're still above the 3D 21. So that could just be like wave 3. Okay, wave 1, 2. This could just be wave 3, and we could get wave 4 and wave 5 to the upside. So I would wait for the 3D, right? 3D support. You're welcome, Kenton. Yeah, I mean, with that hidden bullish divergence on Dragon Chain, it can pump. Most of these alt right now, they're ready to pump. They're just waiting for BTC to to get the job done, right? Let's take a look at the BTC dominance before I call it a day, because the BTC dominance is quite important, right? If you don't know by now, right? BTC, right? So the BTC dominance, guys, if you've been following Send Crypto, make sure to go ahead and hit the likes and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, right? So you can get these macro updates. These are not like a short-term price breakout. These are like macro updates, right? So when the BTC dominance was at just about like a 36, right there, 39 actually, first week of September, late August, we said, guys, BTC going to be, the BTC dominance going to be breaking out, right? And it did that exactly. So it broke out like from 39 right there all the way up to nearly 48, right? 20% breakout, right? So right now, what we want to see is like, we want to see the BTC dominance either, okay, to capitulate, right, to the downside. If it capitulates, great. That's going to be short. The altcoin going to get some short-term breakout, not even short-term, but some macro breakout, right? Right. The other good news, but could be bad news in the short term, is like if the BTC dominance breakout breaks, if we get a breakout on the BTC dominance to the upside, right, and the BTC price action goes up, right, it is going to be a bad news for alt in the short term. It means like alt, right, might be, just cheerleading, right, staying on the sideline and watching BTC get the job done, right? They're not going to do anything. Most alt, right? Some of them, okay, selectively, they're going to be pumping. We can't say like all alt, right? But that's going to be a bad news. However, right, it could be a good news later on down the road. Meaning like once we get the capitulation, it means like everything will go up. No exception. Everything. You just have to be on the right side, right? Meaning like not holding BTC, right? So, but we got hold on BTC, right? So you get the concept, right? The BTC dominance going up, BTC price action going up. It is going to be a bad news in the short run. However, on a macro view, it will be a great news, right? For alt, meaning like the BTC dominance could capitulate more than 40%. Okay, to give you a better understanding of what I'm saying is like, if you take a look at it right here between September, right, till January, what happened? The BTC down September, October, November, December, right? For 5 months in January, right? The BTC dominance was pumping from 57 all the way up to 72. What happened alt during that time? Bang, dumping. Alt wasn't moving. Nothing was moving. I mean, selectively, right? They were moving, but slowly. Okay. So and January 1st, what happened? Bang, the BTC dominance capitulated for 5 months. Right? So if you take a look at it right here from September, I told you guys September was very important, and I told you the first week of September for nearly 128 days, the BTC dominance was pumping, right there. Similarly, 26 days, 28 days, give or take, BTC dominance was dumping. Okay, and I'll give you guys, I told you before the BTC dominance started to break out back in September, I was like, okay, we're going to get a bad news for alt, but it is just going to be temporary. Okay, if you're looking for like a 5 to 6 month outlook, alt will be pumping after that. Okay, so it might not even take that long, but I'm just estimating, right? It could be tomorrow. Okay, these suckers could start to pump tomorrow, right? I'm just saying, right? So keep an eye on the BTC dominance. If you understand what's going on with the BTC dominance, you're going to be okay. All right. The BTC dominance going up, it is not a bad news, right? But you just want it to, you just want BTC price action to go up with the BTC dominance, right? Then that's going to be a good news, right? But the BTC dominance going up, BTC dumping, that's a bad news. Okay, that's a bad news. It means like alt will dump even further to the downside, right? Okay, let's take a look at 589. So 589 still hanging tight. Nothing crazy. We're still above like a $1. We want to get to like a 165 to 195. We need more buyers. Everything looks good on the 7D. Price action is above the 21. We just got to get to 165. Okay, a breakout above 165 is all yours. Nothing is above that range. No resistance, right? 2.8 to 3.5 going to be the next consolidation range. Okay, before the next moonshot. $16 to $27. All right, guys, I'm just going to call it a day. Make sure to hit the likes, guys. Don't forget to hit the likes. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Join the Moonboy group, the Telegram group, link in the description. You can also join the Discord public group. If you want to join Send Crypto Premium group, make sure to send me a message and all that good stuff so you can get these macro targets, guys. We've been killing it for the last 2 years, guys, on the macro scale. No one out there calling for like 100x, making some 100x calls, okay? Repeatedly, okay? Not once, not twice, not 3 times, guys. We made these calls like, 12 months ahead, okay? Not like once they break out like 50%, everybody's saying like, oh, this guy gonna 100x and all that good stuff. We buy from the bottom, we sell the hype, okay? I call it like the boring phase and the hype phase. You want to buy during the boring phase. We got a very, very good strategy to buy at the bottom, okay, with the MACD, the 21 EMA. A very, very simple strategy. It works 9 out of 10, okay? And these all respect that strategy. So join the premium group so you can get those macro setups and all that good stuff, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.